This week on NBA 2K TV, the WNBA draft is coming up. We talk to Aces star A'ja Wilson. Then there's a lot going on in the NBA 2K community. We fill you in on tournaments and events. Plus, your top assists of the month. That's all coming up.
Houston, Texas, the site for the Wizards. He's a runaway train on the open floor. John Wall looking to lead his team in tonight's matchup as they game plan for the task ahead at Toyota Center. Wizards, Rockets, coming right up. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Hi everyone, this is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, for Bradley Beal, it all started with his shot. His mom was a great athlete in her own right, and she coached him. By age 7, he was making high school range threes. He said, "I just run from arc to arc. I loved it because you knew you had to guard me all the way out there. Everywhere I went, it was shooter, shooter. My name became shooter. Kevin, it still is."
It sure is. Thanks, David. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Beal.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Bonga in at the small forward position. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the 3 spot.
Well, the Rockets are a team that is pushing NBA theory to the extremes with how they approach offense.
Oh, yeah. Every year they seem to go more toward threes or free throws. I mean, you can't fault them as it consistently works for them, though. I mean, it's like watching a team experiment with what makes an NBA offense.
Wall passes to Bryant. Kicks it to Beal. Rebounded by Covington. It's Harden with the drive. Basket counts.
The ability of Harden to shift gears, exceptional. He can turn on the Jets off the bounce.
Outside, Beal. Pass to Wall. Back to Beal. The pass to Hachimura. 5 on the clock. This one for 3. It's not going to go for him. The Rockets go the other way with it. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with a win.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But in that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
Yeah, it did. I mean, they were smart about it. Once the fouls started to add up on the other side, they really turned up the heat.
And he gets it to go.
Such pure shooting from Beal. I mean, Beal is a knockdown scorer from these mid-range spots.
Westbrook drives in, and Westbrook throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And Washington has possession, following the score by Houston. There's Beal with the 3. Beal can't get that one to fall.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Baseline try, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
They've come out the locker room his eye. 4 for 4 to start the night.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Wall's shot is off.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration at times.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you know, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you say?
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the great ones. Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
Man, they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
And now it's looking like it's going to be their night. I mean, the lead keeps getting bigger, bigger, bigger.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, it just felt to me like they wanted it more. I mean, didn't get down emotionally when they got behind. And how about that third quarter comeback? One for the ages.
Having an efficient three-point attack, very tough to defend. Let's see some of the best. In the third position, the Wizards.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Here's Beal, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And the added muscle of Beal coming into play there. I mean, he's just shrugging off the contact and getting it done. Yeah, Kevin, and it didn't happen overnight, but it's clear that Bradley Beal is a franchise player. I mean, he's worked on his game year to year, and now he's a superstar in this league.
Throw good, Beal. And Chris, with Beal, it's in large part due to how he has expanded his game, which means he now impacts the game more.
Yeah. Well, Beal moves so much on both offense and defense. He's a very active player. He's never passive on the floor, and he looks for ways to inject himself into games.
Tucker finds Westbrook. Covington trying to break free, and it's Westbrook. That time on the assist from Tucker. Westbrook's got 9.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Wizards trail by 12. Ball taking his time here. Pass to Beal. From past the arc. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass. Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They've decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Now, here's Wall. He is still scoreless so far in this one. The rebound by Harden.
Come on. You got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
And good that time.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Wall following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Outside Beal. Here's Bryant. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Westbrook against Wall. Can't connect from short range.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Beal dishes to Wall. Good work defensively by Harden.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Here's Wall following the score by Houston. The tray. The rebound by Harden.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
Now here's Wall, just 4 to shoot. He had a nice open look right there.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Westbrook. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Wizards trail by 16. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And so many issues for this Wizards team the last few seasons have been due to a lack of an inside presence.
Yeah, inside scoring has been a problem, GA. I mean, they've had to lean heavily on outside shooting. Also, though, they've been struggling with rebounding.
To see the numbers for Covington. 14th in steals, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. Here's Bunga. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the way in.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Harden right side, right block shot, and it's Houston with another.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And it's Wall with the ball for the Wizards. They trail by 16. Pulls up on the wing, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
You know, not a good start for him offensively, just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Wizards trail by 16. And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That's his first foul. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Daniel House. Wall against Westbrook, and Wall kicks to Brown. Now Beal. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Shot clock at 6. The Wizards with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Offensive rebound. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
Rockets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. For the Rockets, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Ben McLemore in for James Harden. The Wizards also changing it up. Mahimi's checked in for Hachimura. Payton comes in for Beal. And it's Ish Smith in for John Wall.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
Now, here is Smith. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Westbrook. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Westbrook against Smith. Shot to stop the run. That one wide left. Houston leading by 21. McLemore with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Shot's good by McLemore.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Now, here's Bertans. An 11-point game for him in the win against New York. Smith kicks to Payton. Back to Smith. Brown wide open. He fires. Hits the jumper in space.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving to set up the open man.
And Westbrook, here we go. Yep, it counts. Westbrook's got 24 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Damari Carroll's checked in for the Rockets. Rivers comes in for Russell Westbrook.
Damari Carroll.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. No good on the quick three.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open three is usually like a layup for him.
He gets it in there.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here. The movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Here's McLemore, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The Wizards working the ball around now. 11 feet away. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Solid shot selection from Smith. Phenomenal at measuring these type of looks.
Here's Green, and again, the Rockets good for 2.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Washington. And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
Wow. Smith is just an incredible distributor, a genuine floor leader. He knows where to dish the rock.
Here's Rivers, and count it from 19 feet away.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
And it's Smith penetrating. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Oh, Smith is a fighter, someone who usually doesn't back down from anyone, especially on these types of shots.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
And Washington making a change here. Wagner's checked in. Smith no good on the free throw. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
But they recover it. Wagner. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Ooh, the lost art of the mid-range J. Gordon just measured it perfectly, squaring up and knocking it down.
Payton outside. Back to Smith. Here's Wagner. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
1:03 left here in the opening quarter. Here's McLemore. Again, the Rockets score.
Oh, the nice in-between game of McLemore. The ability to score from the mid-range is very important in this day and age.
Green against Smith. Here's Wagner. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. Was shot by Payton, no good. From deep, McLemore buries it from three-point range. McLemore's got 9.
And that three-point shot from McLemore is just cash. Don't let this guy get free from the perimeter.
Payton passes to Bertens. Here's Wagner. Payton in the corner. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's McLemore. And Wagner pulls it down.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
To the inside. And that one is hammered home.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
And so it's Houston, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. They've been giving John Wall all sorts of problems. He still hasn't been able to solve their defense. Back right after this. Russell Westbrook has surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around him.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Jamari Carroll is out there with Ben McLemore, and it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Payton, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the paint, here's Wagner in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And it's Gordon missing. And the Wizards with possession. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And C-Web, when Ish Smith goes to the rim, he is so deceptive. You just don't know where he'll go.
Yeah, Kevin, and sometimes I feel that Smith doesn't even know where he's going. But he's a crafty player that keeps defenders off balance with his change of speed. He gets the job done.
And Smith, no good on that one. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. To the middle, here's Harden, and the layup is good. Harden's got 12.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Pass to Wagner. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Covington with the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Smith after the made shot from Robert Covington. Count the basket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Gordon, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
We all know Austin Rivers can score, but there, you like seeing him set up his teammates.
Well, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light. And a new regime in Washington as they have moved on from the previous GM. A lot to do here.
Yeah, GA, and it's not an ideal cap situation to work with. Fans are excited to see what can be done. They need to land a few big free agents. It hasn't happened for the Wizards in a while.
Now here's Wall. Beal gets a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Such a dangerous scorer. Bill, he's superb at knowing when to fire immediately off the catch and shoot.
Gordon outside. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, man, let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Now here's Beal. 8 points for him. Pass to Bonga. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
We've seen Bill evolve as a playmaker, including how he spots his open teammates.
Ring shot on the way. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, Greg, they're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And proving to be effective around the rim, Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
That one drops for him.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Now here's Beal. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game.
An all-around player. Bill doesn't just look to score. He's also good at distributing it.
For Washington, they've gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. You've got to like how they've shot the ball. Puts it up from 12. The shot off that time. Good D by Covington. Over Wall, and Covington gets it to go on the assist by Gordon. Gordon's got his 4th assist in this one. Wall passes to Wagner. Outside, Beal. Wizards passing it around.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Houston. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Proving he's not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
Covington with the steal. Here's Rivers. Makes it off the glass. Rivers has got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Wall. A 17-foot shot on the way.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you take care of the backboard, you can limit teams to one shot.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
7-foot shot. Wagner can't hit. On the wing, Harden, covered by Wall. And the basket by Harden.
No, even with contact, the defense isn't enough to slow Harden. I mean, just a guy who gets it done on his drives to the rack.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
To stop the run. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Rivers has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
Outside, Beal. Here's Hachimura. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York.
And his impact wasn't just on offense. He played great D, blocked 2 shots. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot he didn't do in that game.
Wasted no time on that one. Harden's got 18 points in the game.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Wall dishes to Beal. Here's Hachimura. Good, and it's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 3 assists tonight.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Here's Wall after the made shot from Robert Covington. Wall against Rivers. Wall's shot is good. Wall's got his 3rd basket of the night.
There's no let up in John Wall's attack. He makes his mind up that he's scoring, and then he just does.
And the basket by Gordon.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing a title to cement his legacy.
Here's Wagner after Eric Gordon's bucket. Here's Hachimura. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of the 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
All right, Houston, coming out of the corner, your own Rockets power dancer. Give it up!
Houston making some changes. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Daniel House comes in for Eric Gordon. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. And he makes the first.
Yeah, it's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode now. I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
And so he hits both. And the Rockets desperate for a return to the NBA Finals.
Oh, the team has had their chances. They just need to make the most of them. I mean, front office, they're doing what they can help to make the most of Harden's prime. I mean, you have to admire their willingness to go for it now.
Here's Wall, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Here's Beal. The Rockets pull it in. Tucker's got 6 rebounds in the game.
I don't know if it's been the main factor, but his off night has definitely been one factor here. A perfect position to grab the rebound. Gets underneath, boxes out, and pulls it down.
Brown. Here's Wall. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
And the vertical of Wall, he gets off the floor fast to collect second chance opportunities.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Mahinmi. Bryant is checked in for the Wizards.
Thomas Bryant.
Here's Harden. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Harden's got 20 points.
That's 10 straight off of the mid-range.
Wall against Harden. Wall passes to Bryant. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Bryant with the rebound.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Here's Harden. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Brown dishes to Mahinmi. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Chris, there are guys that talk a lot of trash on the floor. You played against some legendary trash talkers. Who stands out in that area when you think back to when you played?
And I tell you what, the 2 guys that are on my mind, they definitely could have talked trash with the best of all time, and that's Pat Beverly. We've seen what he does. He just keeps coming and coming and coming. And that guy, Day-Day, yeah, Draymond Green, the one that plays out there in Golden State, oh, yeah, he has a mouth on him, too. I think you heard of him.
And when you played, who was the best trash talker back in your day?
By far, Larry Bird and Gary Payton. Those 2 guys would talk trash that so much that you would get entertained into their talking and be like, well, what are you going to say next? I'm having a good time out here. It was always in fun, but trust me, they always wanted to stick that dagger into you, too, while they were talking.
You couldn't hide a smile either. They start getting you going. You could not hide a smile.
I couldn't, and that was my thing. I talked trash while I was smiling, so maybe no one else knew what I was saying but you. But those guys, they keep you laughing out there. They talk trash about you, themselves after they missed the shot. They would talk themselves down or talk to a fan that was talking to them. So it was always entertaining. The best trash talkers talk to everyone, not just to their opponent.
Payton with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Smith for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. 9 points for Smith.
And this is the one area Smith must continue to work on. I love seeing him knock down the 3-ball.
Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Now, here is Smith. 9 points in the game so far. Payton outside. Fires from deep. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And that one's good. House.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And it's Houston with another.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Outside Bryant. Payton outside. Bryant looking over the floor. 6 to shoot. Great D that time from Green. Bryant's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
A ferocious player on the offensive end. Harden is fantastic at staying aggressive, actively looking for a shot.
27 seconds left to play here in the half. Westbrook against Smith. It's Bryant, high post. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Outside Westbrook. The Rockets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Westbrook. And Smith puts up a deep 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Back to the action after this word.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay.
There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He had 32 points, 2 assists, and 1 block. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
So Westbrook, talk about a guy who does everything for his team. He's the catalyst on offense, a ferocious finisher. Then defensively, he has all the tools to disrupt anything you do on the offensive end.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Washington, Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle, and it's Bonga in at the small forward. And that one drops.
Wall's jumper has gotten better over the years. He continues to show off nice touch from this area.
Covington kept alive by Houston, and Harden on the follow.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Here's Bonga. Here's Hachimura. That shot is off. Good D by Covington. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect, Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the three ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Wall's shot is off. Rockets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Westbrook drives in and finished off by Westbrook.
And he's terrific at finding the open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard. Hard.
For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Wall passes to Beal. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Softly drops in the floater.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Shot, high post. Covington with the steal. Over Wall, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Covington. Covington's got 5 assists tonight.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
Now Covington. Bradley Beal missing from long range. House. They get it back. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got 12.
And it's clear Covington isn't bashful. He welcomes any opportunity he gets to score inside.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here's Wall. He's got 10. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
Here's Westbrook. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
And the foul on Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bryant passes to Bonga. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And he makes that one.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Wall passes to Bryant. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Westbrook. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Wagner, he's checked in for Bryant. And that one falls for Westbrook. See, well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement, and they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they have 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. Here's Wall. James Harden picking up that last basket. And that one is good from Bradley Beal. Beal's got 12 in the game.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And at times, Chris, reporters have talked about a rift between Beal and Wall. But you know what? Beal has nothing but great things to say about his backcourt mate.
Yeah, Kevin, I mean, Bill has said himself that he believes a lot of his success is due to Wall. I mean, Bill's production with Wall sideline flourished. I mean, but Bill would much prefer to have Wall by his side.
Rivers, he's checked in for the Rockets.
Austin Rivers.
It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Take a look at the Wizards. Right now, they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds.
And you know, for the Wizards, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
For Houston, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. That free throw, no good.
And Chris, a very unique experience playing in the nation's capital. What was your time like with Washington?
Oh, I love D.C. Oh, I love Chocolate City. I mean, the surrounding areas of D.C. love the team as well. There's something special about playing in the capital.
And the second free throw, good.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter. He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Lets it go from the wing. Buries the jump shot. 34 points for James Harden.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Here's Hachimura. He's guarded by Rivers. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wall's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's got his first three of the game. Took more than a half to do it, though.
Covington. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Kevin, the length of Covington, it makes him a difficult guy to guard. Skilled at picking up contact.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
First free throw is good. Wizards making a switch here. Berton is checked in. And both free throws good for Covington. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
The three from Bertans. The Rockets pull it in.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Yeah, let's check out some numbers here for James Harden. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. He's averaging 28 points, 7 assists and just over 2 steals. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Free throw drops for Covington. Brown is checked in for Hachimura. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year. But the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
The strength of Covington, willing these shots in, despite the D being very aggressive with him.
Out to the right wing. Rockets with the rebound. Harden's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Covington, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Here's Bertans, and finished off by Bertans.
Why you always have to be ready around John Wall? Because you never know when he's going to call your number.
From 15 feet away, and Covington with the basket on the assist by Harden. And that's 23 points for Robert Covington. Wall against Rivers. Here's Bertans, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Tucker, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Tucker's got 8 points.
He might never be a number 1 option, but Tucker is there when they need him. He'll give you minutes, and he'll give you points.
Outside, Beal. Here's Wagner. Good on the 3-point shot. He's got 11.
Another in the long line of big men who can drain the 3. That makes him a very tough cover.
Shot from the wing, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And his coaches and teammates trust Rivers. This is why he feels comfortable pulling up like this.
Now here's Wall. 13 points in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that supermax contract he signed.
And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract rate comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
And that one falls for John Wall.
When you're just talking about pure speed, Wall is incredible, an explosive point guard who dominates at both ends.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Ben McLemore in for James Harden. And then for Washington, Mahimi comes in for Mo Wagner. And Smith subbed in for Bradley Beal.
Well, John Wall coming back after that Achilles injury he suffered in the start of 2019. It's been a long road to recovery for him, and I know just how much he misses playing every day.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Down low, here's Mahimi. Here's Bertans. Goes up again. Mahimi's shot is good. Mahimi's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
A nice shot by Rivers. And C. Webb, as we know, with Wall, he made the most of his time missed by finishing his degree.
Yeah, Wall was able to take the classes he needed to complete his bachelor's degree from Kentucky. I'm sure he would have preferred to play instead, but he saw an opportunity with his education and made the most of it.
Count that one.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Here's McLemore, and Houston again with the bucket.
Oh, wow, that's just a solid decision from McLemore. Just knows how to put the defense on their heels and take advantage of them with the pull-up Jimmy.
Inside, here's Smith, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. And 11 points for Smith.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Washington has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Fires from the corner. Another one falls for Washington.
Now, you got to respect the passing skills of Wall. He's so adept at filling out the defense. He knows when to dish it.
Here's Gordon, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there. Washington shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Green against Wall. Bergenis gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Good. Green's got 4 this quarter.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Wall passes to Bergenis. Down low, round kicks to Bertans. And again, Washington with the triple.
Strange game for him. Barely made any noise in the first half, and here in the second, he's been everywhere.
Here's Rivers. Wall grabs the board. Wall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 1:32 left to play in the third. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mahimi. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got 6 rebounds in the game. Takes the 13-footer. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And that's 12 points for Jeff Green. And there's the pass to Mahimi. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Jeff Green picks one up. For Washington, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. So for the Rockets, Daniel House comes in for Gordon, and Russell Westbrook subbed in for Rivers. And a change for the Wizards. Payton's checked in. Mahimi hits them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Houston, Russell Westbrook. At the line for 2.
Free throw good, Westbrook. And so he makes both from the line. Washington's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Passes it to Bertans. Three-pointer. The shot comes out. Right side, Westbrook. Over Smith. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. 49 points for Russell Westbrook.
He's kept the integrity of their offense tonight by moving and cutting and scoring every time they've needed him to.
Brown inside, guarded by McLemore. No good with the layup. Timeout called, the Rockets. Bryant. He's checked in for Washington. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. From the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Smith, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Again, what an avalanche. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Houston. He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how many points he'll end up with when it's all said and done. Right back after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Wizards shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. We've got Green. Then McLemore is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Damari Carroll. And it's House in at the 3. That's the 5 for Houston right now. A baseline J. Rebound by the Wizards. Bryant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to Napier. Nice ball movement by Washington. With more star players changing teams, the word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
you know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But, again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working with integrity.
Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. 14 points for Jeff Green.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
The shot's good from Bryant.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pulls up from the corner, and yes, it's good. Westbrook's got 55.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back. Oh, he's got to roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Napier feeling it out a bit. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Great D that time from Westbrook. Goes up on the wing. McLemore, no good.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
On the wing, Bryant. Carroll covering. Pass to Napier. Takes a 3. That shot missing. And it's Houston the other way.
He's gone off the rails this quarter. And it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
Goes back up. And it's Houston with another.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Payton outside. Back to Napier. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019, letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
Now, here's Bertans. Carroll covering. Payton kicks to Napier. Clock at 6. The 3. Green with the rebound.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And when Green is feeling it, keep getting him the ball. He can really score from anywhere from the floor.
Payton looking around. Bryant up top. He dishes it to Napier. Back to Bryant. Over Westbrook. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Carroll. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Washington's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Napier passes to Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated. Constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, like myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media is going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said. Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Green. Caboclo comes in for Damari Carroll. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Danuel House. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Wagner, he's checked in for the Wizards. Wizards have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Robinson against Sefolosha. Wagner, good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Chandler. Rebound, Washington. Pass to Napier. To the paint. Here's Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
Now that's how you lead your teammate to an easy scoring chance. I love that assist.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And with the likely return of prep-to-pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Size 60, I might got standing so tall, I think I might got stills. Legendary baller like Mike, like Will. 96 Impala, on wheels, up against the wall. Now Fox Hills, like a boss asked me.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Over Napier. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet. Washington's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Plays it up and banks it in.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
That's a 2 from Cephalosha. A second chance effort. Chandler, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And so it's Washington with it. And here's Napier. He kicks to Bryant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first.
It's on Tyson Chandler. Chris, it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league can find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
Good on the second free throw.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Napier with it. In the corner, it's Robinson. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. 3. Napier's got 6 assists now in the game.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
And it's blocked, and they get it back. That one good for 2. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Cephalosha's shot is good. Washington's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Napier kicks to Payton, and Robinson wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple. And for Houston, they're shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. That's a 2 from Cephalosha. Rebound, Washington. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here we go. Payton heading to the hoop.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
Caboclo, not going to go that time. And it's Washington the other way. Now the feed to Napier. Good work there as it goes. Napier's got 6 in the quarter.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Here's Rivers. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Launches it. And it's Napier missing. The Rockets shooting has been just great in the fourth quarter, 54%. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Here's Napier. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
Robinson misses.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Here's Cephalosha. Rebound, Washington. Outside Robinson. Out to the right wing. All sorts of time. Hits the front of the rim and out. Napier's gone 4 of 12 from the floor. To the inside. Here's McLemore, drills the elbow jumper.
And that's what McLemore is known for best, his sweet, soft jump shot.
The Wizards shooting in the fourth has been tremendous, 59%. Cephalosha against Robinson. To the middle. And Payton gets it to go on the assist by Robinson.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Houston.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Russell Westbrook.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless. Grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so Payton will bring it up for Washington. Now the pass to Wagner. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
And look, he's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
Well, this one is winding down now. Houston can watch the clock run out. Here's Wagner. So we see Houston taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Russell. We often are told that the first game at home after a long road trip is like the last game of the road trip. How important was getting this win here?
It was huge, man. Coming off a loss last night, a tough one, and it was a great win for us. Got back in front of our home crowd, and we played great.
We'll see if the home cooking can keep you going. Thanks, Russell.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.